There's an old military adage called the 7 Ps. Now, one of the Ps are a little crass, better suited for boot camp than our refined library. We'll go with the 6 Ps tonight. They are: prior proper planning prevents poor performance. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, honored guest, do you ever fail at prior proper planning? Does that ever cause poor performance? Now, you guys all know that I like to get up here and talk about my goals and achieving lots of great things in life, and everything that you can achieve, you can believe in, you can achieve. The truth is that I am such a student of improvement that I have dedicated my whole life to learning things the hard way. And it's also, you don't have to. You guys don't have to. See, my life is really a public service. Tonight's true story will demonstrate the need for prior, proper planning. All right. It was near the end of last summer, and my wife and I invited another family over to have dinner with us. Well, dinner's a bit hoity-toity. It was more like burgers and dogs. So the burgers were on the grill. Our grill is outside of our kitchen dining area on our deck. The kitchen dining area is in here. The adults are in the kitchen talking and preparing. You know how that works? The guys stand around and talk and the ladies prepare the meal. Well, someone took a look out on the deck and said, "Are there supposed to be flames shooting out the back of your grill?" Uh-oh. So we grabbed a box of baking soda, ran out there, threw it all over the fire, and it was still going. Grabbed another container of white stuff, threw that on. Oops, that was flour. Flour and baking soda apparently aren't the same thing. The flames were now just raging. And not only was the top of my grill engulfed in flames, I'm worried about my house catching on fire. It was a sided house, vinyl siding. Now the flame starts to curl down the pipe, the hose, toward the propane tank. Oh. None of us thought that was a good sign. Bob grabbed a hot mitt and managed to get in there and disconnect the propane and pull that out. So we diverted that disaster, but the thing's still raging fire. We didn't know whether to throw it off the deck or... We really didn't. We were running out of options and it was going pretty fast. I know you're not supposed to use water on a grease fire, but we grabbed the garden hose and doused it good. That did actually put the fire out. And I didn't have much left of my grill, but we did get the fire out. As a side note, we took the burgers. They were actually okay. We took them in and put them in the oven. We did have a good meal. And I know you're wondering what prior proper planning I could have done. Would you agree that that was a poor performance? Well, it turns out that in gas grills, there's this tray that you should clean periodically. I didn't do that. So the 2.5 years that I had owned that grill, it hadn't been cleaned out at all. It turns out that there's instruction manuals that come with all kinds of equipment, tools, clothes, and appliances that we buy. Unfortunately, most of us don't read them. At least I don't. In those instructions, there's usually care instructions and maintenance instructions. Maybe it would be a good idea to read those instructions. Because remember, prior proper planning prevents poor performance.